For decades, we have been told that a simple breakfast of 2 boiled eggs is the gold standard for maintaining strength as we age. I remember clearly speaking with patients who followed this routine religiously, believing they were doing everything right for their health. But the reality of biological aging is far more complex and demanding than a couple of eggs can satisfy. As we pass the age of 60, our bodies enter a state known as anabolic resistance, where the muscles become less responsive to the protein we consume. This means that while 13 grams of protein per 100 grams of eggs might have been sufficient in your 30s, it is often nowhere near enough to stop the silent and steady disappearance of your muscle mass today. This condition, medically recognized as sarcopenia, is the primary reason why steps become slower, legs feel weaker, and the risk of a life-altering fall increases every single year. If you feel your energy levels flagging or your physical strength slipping away despite a healthy diet, you are likely facing a protein deficit that your current habits cannot fill. Research now shows us that the threshold for triggering muscle growth shifts significantly in our later years, requiring specific amino acids in much higher concentrations than what a traditional egg-based breakfast provides. Today, we are going to look beyond the myths and explore 10 specific foods that offer up to 5 times the protein density of eggs. We will move from common household staples to advanced nutritional tools used by scientists to help stroke survivors rebuild their physical foundations. We will uncover why some plant-based proteins are actually more complete for your needs than animal sources, and how specific fermented foods can fix the gut-muscle axis to ensure every gram of nutrition you swallow actually reaches your muscle fibers. Over the next 30 minutes, we will break down the exact science of Greek yogurt's strained power, the inflammatory fighting compounds in spirulina, the stunning protein density of seitan, and the ultimate leucine-rich tool known as dried fish powder. This journey is about more than just food. It is about reclaiming your independence and ensuring that your muscles have the raw materials they need to keep you moving, thriving, and strong for decades to come. As we navigate the complexities of senior nutrition, we must look at how modern food processing can actually work in our favor to overcome the biological hurdles of aging. One of the most significant breakthroughs for maintaining muscle mass after 60 is the strategic use of ultra-strained dairy products, specifically non-fat Greek yogurt. While a standard boiled egg offers approximately 6.3 grams of protein, the non-fat strained version of Greek yogurt provides a much more robust 10.3 grams per 100 gram serving. This is nearly double the protein delivery without the added saturated fats that can sometimes complicate cardiovascular health in our later years. The secret to its power lies in the filtration process. Authentic Greek yogurt is filtered 3 times to remove the liquid whey and lactose, resulting in a concentrated, creamy source of protein that is remarkably gentle on the aging digestive system. This is critical because, as we age, our production of digestive enzymes naturally slows down, making it harder to extract nutrients from dense foods. A 2020 study published in Nutrients highlighted the real-world impact of this, finding that seniors who consumed at least 20 grams of granary-based protein daily preserved 5% more muscle mass over just 12 weeks. When this dietary habit is paired with regular walking, it creates a measurable shield against the frailty that so many fear. I often advise my patients to choose the plain, non-fat versions to avoid the inflammatory effects of added sugars and syrupy fruit additives. By adding a spoonful of ground flax seeds or fresh berries, you create a nutrient-dense meal that supports both muscle synthesis and digestive regularity. However, if we want to talk about a true heavyweight in the dairy aisle that most people overlook as a protein source, we must discuss Parmesan cheese. Many seniors view cheese as merely a topping or a high-fat indulgence, but aged Parmesan is a nutritional powerhouse. It delivers a staggering 42 grams of protein per 100 grams, which significantly outperforms eggs, most cuts of beef, and even cottage cheese. The magic of Parmesan is not just the quantity of protein, but its unique structural bioavailability. Because this cheese is aged for 12 to 36 months, the proteins are naturally broken down into free-form amino acids. This means your body does not have to work as hard to digest it. The amino acids are essentially pre-digested and ready for immediate absorption. Research published in Nutrients in 2019 confirmed that older adults absorb these amino acids from aged cheeses nearly 30% more efficiently than they do from regular meat. Furthermore, Parmesan is exceptionally rich in leucine, the essential amino acid that serves as the primary on switch for muscle protein synthesis. Just 30 grams of Parmesan provides over 1.5 grams of leucine, which is the critical threshold needed to trigger the rebuilding of muscle tissue and prevent the onset of sarcopenia. For those struggling with a low appetite, a common issue, after 60, adding a few tablespoons of freshly grated Parmesan to roasted vegetables or omelets can provide a powerful protein boost without requiring a large, overwhelming meal. By choosing these high-density dairy options, we provide our bodies with the specific tools needed to resist the natural erosion of our physical strength. To truly understand how to stop muscle loss, we must look beyond just what we eat and focus on how our body processes that fuel. This brings us to the critical connection between your digestive health and your physical strength, a concept known as the gut-muscle axis. One of the most potent tools for optimizing this connection is tempeh. While many are familiar with tofu, tempeh is a distinct powerhouse because it is made from whole soybeans that have undergone a natural fermentation process. This single step changes the nutritional profile entirely. Tempeh delivers 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, which is significantly higher than what you would receive from the same serving of eggs. But the real value for someone over 60 is that fermentation makes the protein much easier to digest and unlocks nutrients that protect muscle tissue from age-related breakdown. Tempeh is a complete protein source, meaning it provides all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own. Most importantly, it is naturally rich in leucine, the specific amino acid that acts as a signal to kickstart muscle growth. This is vital after age 60 because the body naturally becomes less sensitive to protein, requiring higher doses of leucine to trigger the same muscle-building response we had in our youth. Furthermore, because it is fermented, tempeh is packed with probiotics. These beneficial bacteria do more than just settle your stomach. They directly influence how efficiently your body absorbs and utilizes the protein you consume. A major study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with a healthy, diverse gut microbiome retained 18% more lean muscle mass over a year compared to those with poor gut health, even when their protein intake was similar. Essentially, by eating fermented proteins like tempeh, you are not just feeding your muscles, You are giving your gut the tools it needs to unlock that fuel. For those looking to incorporate this into their routine, I recommend slicing it thin and pan-searing it with a splash of tamari or apple cider vinegar to bring out its savory, nutty flavor without the need for heavy oils or sugars. It has a firm texture that holds up well in stir-fries, sandwiches, or crumbled over salads, making it an excellent meat substitute. By focusing on fermented sources, we address the two biggest hurdles for seniors: the need for high-quality amino acids and the need for a digestive system capable of processing them. This integrated approach ensures the protein you eat actually results in the strength you need to stay active and independent. While many seniors look toward animal products for strength, some of the most profound breakthroughs in geriatric nutrition are found in the plant kingdom, particularly in ancient grains and aquatic superfoods. Let us first examine quinoa, a seed often mistaken for a grain that provides a remarkable 14 g of complete protein per 100 g. Unlike the majority of plant foods, quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it naturally contains all 9 essential amino acids that the human body is incapable of producing itself. This unique profile allows your muscles to effectively use the protein to rebuild and recover. For those over 60, quinoa is especially valuable due to its high content of lysine, an amino acid critical for muscle repair, calcium uptake, and collagen production. The real-world results are striking. A 2022 study in Nutrients observed that older adults who incorporated quinoa into their daily meals experienced a 9% boost in leg strength in just 8 weeks compared to those eating white rice. To maximize these benefits, I recommend soaking your quinoa overnight to lower saponins and increase nutrient absorption. Cooking it in bone broth instead of water further enriches the mineral content, providing a savory base for grain bowls or veggie stir-fries. If quinoa is the reliable foundation, then spirulina is the concentrated catalyst for muscle preservation. This blue-green algae delivers a jaw-dropping 29 g of protein per 100 g, which is nearly triple the protein density found in eggs. What makes spirulina truly exceptional for the aging body is its bioavailability. Studies indicate that up to 85% of its protein is easily absorbed and converted into physical strength by the muscles. Beyond protein, spirulina addresses a silent enemy of senior health: chronic low-grade inflammation. This type of inflammation acts as a corrosive force, slowing muscle repair and accelerating tissue loss. Spirulina contains a unique compound called phycocyanin, which a 2022 study showed can lower C-reactive protein, a key marker for inflammation, by 32%. It also boosts nitric oxide levels, improving the blood flow necessary to transport nutrients to healing muscle fibers. You do not need large quantities to see a difference. Just 1 teaspoon a day stirred into a morning smoothie or warm oatmeal can bring noticeable improvements in energy and recovery within a few weeks. By combining the complete amino acid profile of quinoa with the anti-inflammatory power of spirulina, you create a biological environment where your muscles can thrive rather than just survive. As we progress through this nutritional blueprint, we must address a common concern for those over 60: how to achieve meat-level protein density without the digestive heaviness or inflammatory saturated fats often found in animal products. This brings us to a remarkable food known as seitan, often referred to as wheat meat. Seitan is a dense, satisfying food made from vital wheat gluten, and it delivers a stunning 39 g protein per 100 g. To put that in perspective, this puts Seton neck and neck with the highest protein cuts of meat. Yet it contains none of the saturated fat or cholesterol that can complicate heart health in our later years. For the aging body, Seton is a standout because it is incredibly easy for the system to break down and absorb. During its processing, most of the starch and fiber from the wheat are removed, leaving behind a concentrated form of pure protein. This is excellent news for aging digestive systems, which often struggle to extract nutrients from complex, heavy meals. Research published in Clinical Nutrition ESPN in 2022 showed that seniors who included plant-based protein isolates like Seton in their diet retained 21% more lean muscle than those following a traditional mixed diet. This demonstrates that Seton is not just a filling meat alternative. It is a functional tool for strength. Furthermore, it is naturally low in carbohydrates, making it a smart option for those managing blood sugar levels or diabetes. You can slice it into stir-fries or pan-sear it with garlic and olive oil to create a meal that feels as hearty as meat but supports your longevity goals. Another exceptional plant-based powerhouse that is often overlooked in the senior community is hemp seeds. Providing approximately 35 GoV protein per 100 GU. Hemp seeds deliver all 9 essential amino acids in the precise proportions your body needs to build and repair muscle. This is a rare trait for a plant source, even outperforming the amino acid profile of quinoa. After 60. This precision matters because the body becomes more resistant to protein absorption. A 2021 review in Frontiers in Nutrition found that seniors who included complete plant proteins like hemp in their daily meals reported better muscle retention, faster recovery after exercise, and significantly less fatigue. Beyond protein, hemp seeds are a rich source of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, including a unique compound called gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA. GLA has been shown to support joint health and reduce the systemic inflammation that often plagues older adults. The beauty of hemp seeds lies in their simplicity. They require no cooking and can be easily sprinkled over oatmeal, yogurt, or blended into smoothies. Their soft texture and mild, nutty flavor make them easy on the teeth and gentle on aging stomachs. By incorporating these concentrated plant sources, you provide your muscles with a constant supply of the building blocks they need to remain resilient and powerful. As we continue our investigation into preserving strength, we must address a fundamental biological truth. Protein cannot do its job alone. One of the most common mistakes seen in senior nutrition is a singular focus on protein grams, while ignoring the essential minerals that act as the machinery for muscle function. This is where pumpkin seeds become an indispensable part of your strategy. While they offer an impressive 19 g of protein per 100, nearly twice the amount found in eggs, their true value lies in their concentrated mineral profile. Pumpkin seeds are loaded with magnesium, iron, and zinc, 3 minerals that many adults over 60 are critically lacking. Why is this so vital for your independence? Magnesium is responsible for proper muscle contractions and is your primary defense against the painful nighttime cramping that often disrupts senior sleep cycles. Iron ensures that your muscle fibers receive the oxygen required for repair, while zinc acts as the structural architect, rebuilding tissue after a day of activity. Without these minerals, even the highest protein diet will fail because your body simply cannot process the amino acids efficiently. The impact of these seeds on your physical comfort is backed by significant data. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food revealed that seniors who consumed pumpkin seeds daily saw a reduction in muscle inflammation by up to 38% in just 12 weeks. This is not merely about maintaining what you have. It is about reversing the hidden, chronic inflammation that silently breaks down your muscle tissue every day. When inflammation is high, your body is in a state of catabolism, or breaking down, rather than anabolism, which is building up. By incorporating just a handful of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds into your routine, you flip that switch back toward growth. I recommend avoiding the roasted or salted varieties, as high heat and excessive sodium can degrade the delicate oils and complicate blood pressure management. Instead, sprinkle them over your Greek yogurt or grind them into a nutrient-dense seed butter. By securing these mineral cofactors, you ensure that every gram of protein you consume is actually put to work, transforming your diet into a high-efficiency engine for physical resilience. While we have explored many concentrated and modern health foods, we must not overlook the humble power of the legume family, specifically the chickpea. For the senior demographic, cooked chickpeas offer a quiet but effective 11.2 g of protein per 100 g, which steadily outperforms the protein delivery of a single egg. However, the true advantage of chickpeas for those over 60 lies in the nutrients that eggs lack entirely, most notably dietary fiber. Fiber is essential for maintaining muscle health because it regulates blood sugar and reduces the chronic inflammation that can lead to muscle wasting. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who replaced animal proteins with plant sources like legumes experienced up to 26% less muscle loss over time. This benefit stems from a healthier gut microbiome and significantly lower levels of systemic inflammation. Beyond the fiber, chickpeas are a vital source of magnesium, an essential mineral required for proper muscle contraction and recovery. Without sufficient magnesium, seniors often experience muscles that weaken, tighten, and tire with very little exertion. To maximize the biological benefits of this plant protein, I recommend soaking your chickpeas overnight before cooking. This traditional preparation method improves digestibility and increases the bioavailability of the nutrients so your body can actually absorb them. Once prepared, the versatility of chickpeas allows them to be blended into a creamy hummus, roasted for a magnesium-rich snack, or added to stews for a hearty, muscle-supporting meal. By incorporating these legumes, you are not just hitting a protein target. You are creating a biological environment that protects your existing muscle fibers from the inflammatory damage that naturally occurs with age. This holistic approach ensures that your strength remains consistent, providing the physical foundation necessary for a long and active life. We have reached the pinnacle of our nutritional hierarchy, and the final food I must share with you is perhaps the most transformative tool available for senior strength. This is not a common grocery item, yet it is a therapeutic powerhouse that scientists are now studying to help stroke survivors and those with extreme physical atrophy rebuild their foundations. I am talking about dried fish powder. By dehydrating lean fish like cod or pollock and removing the water weight, we are left with a substance that is almost entirely pure. Usable protein. Dried fish powder delivers a staggering 63 g of protein per 100 g. This is nearly twice the density of eggs, significantly higher than chicken breast, and even outperforms many professional-grade whey supplements. For a senior over 60, this is the ultimate solution to the problem of low appetite and the physical difficulty of chewing large amounts of meat. Because it is a powder, it can be seamlessly stirred into soups, stews, or even savory oatmeal, providing a massive infusion of strength without requiring you to eat a large, heavy meal. The clinical evidence for this food is profound. A 2020 study published in Clinical Nutrition tracked seniors who added dried cod powder to their daily routine without making any changes to their exercise habits. In just 10 weeks, these individuals gained 19% more lean muscle mass. The reason for this rapid growth is the powder's concentration of leucine. While research from Harvard indicates that most older adults fail to meet the leucine threshold necessary to trigger muscle synthesis through typical meals, just 25 g of fish powder provides over 3 g of leucine, surpassing the critical biological requirement to turn on your body's muscle-building machinery. This is not just a food. It is a concentrated signal to your aging cells that it is time to rebuild and grow stronger. By choosing these high-density options from Greek yogurt and chickpeas to the incredible power dried fish powder, you are taking active control of your biological clock. Staying strong after 60 is not a matter of luck. It is a direct result of the specific, evidence-based choices you make every single time you sit down to eat. The journey to maintaining your vitality and independence after 60 is built one meal at a time. It requires moving past the outdated belief that a simple egg-based breakfast is enough to combat the natural processes of aging. By embracing these 10 powerhouses, you are providing your body with the high-density protein, essential minerals, and anti-inflammatory compounds it needs to remain resilient. Remember that your muscles are the foundation of your freedom. They allow you to travel, to play with your grandchildren, and to move through the world with confidence. Knowledge is your greatest ally in this process. Now that you understand the science of protein bioavailability and the importance of the gut-muscle axis, you have the power to transform your physical future. Start small. Choose one new food to try this week, and watch as your energy and strength begin to return. You have the tools. Now it is time to use them.